Hey everyone, what is up? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be checking out Millennials Hustle Culture to Survive Tough Times by 60 Minutes Australia. I really like this channel. I think there's a lot of really insightful, interesting videos about how financial life goes. I think there's a lot of similarities over there to what we have here in the US. Without further ado, let's just jump into the video.
Generation Y, those 20 to 30-year-olds, they had it all, didn't they? They could do what they liked, be whatever they wanted to be. Jobs and opportunities were there for the taking, and it seemed the good times would never end. Then came the crunch. Suddenly jobs disappeared, life was tough. Gen Y didn't know what hit them. But before the oldies start crowing, "I told you so," remember this. These kids that we think are so spoiled also tend to be pretty imaginative, adventurous, and resilient.
Yeah, I think that's true. Like, from what I see, at least, it seems like a lot of Gen Zers and a lot of millennials are actually pretty resourceful, pretty hardworking. It seems like we're more entrepreneurial than like our parents were. I think America kind of went down the path that made the 9-to-5 seem really normal, really glamorized. There's nothing wrong with the 9-to-5. I'm in the 9-to-5. It provides great benefits for me and my family, and I like it. But for the first time, we're really seeing younger generations starting to think outside the box, finding out how to make money for themselves. I think social media started a lot of this. For the most part, I think it's been good. You know, there's obviously some drawbacks, but yeah, I think that's true for sure.
Charles Woolley went out to see if they have what it takes to survive the bad times.
But it's young people at the beginning of their working lives who are hurting the most.
Well, I had a great childhood, actually, just because it was so easy. There was no responsibility. You had everything handed to you. And now, you know, you come out into the big world and you can't get a job. You know, that's when it sort of gets tough.
I mean, that's just life, though. I think it's good that she learned that lesson. Yeah, it's good for your parents to provide for you when you're a kid, but eventually all of us have to go out on our own, some sooner than others, and we have to find out how to survive in this world. So I'm sure she went through hard times. I don't want to discredit that, but I do think it's good that she learned those lessons and got out on her own.
21-year-old Justine Sydenham came to the Gold Coast for work and sunshine. This week, at least, found neither.
My name's Justine. I'm currently looking for a job.
Still, she pounds the pavements every day, handing out her resume to prospective employers.
Sorry, at the moment I don't have anything, but I'll certainly take your resume.
Is LinkedIn big in Australia? And I know you're thinking, I also hate LinkedIn, right? It's not fun to browse just for fun, but LinkedIn is great for networking and for finding jobs. So I don't know if LinkedIn's an option for her. I would maybe recommend that. But again, I don't know if that's really taken off in Australia. I'm sure it has. It probably has. But yeah, LinkedIn for finding jobs.
Day begin. You're serious.
Her resumes are laminated. I like that. You know, I like that she's going door to door. She's hustling. I get that it's hard times, but if she's willing, if she's working that hard to find a job, she'll find one. Laminated resumes, that's a good start.
Heaps of energy, heaps of attitude, get right into the camera, just wrapping to the lens of the camera.
25-year-old Julie Dixon is a classic product of Generation Y, born after 1976. A motivated self-starter, convinced she had the world at her feet.
And go for it.
For her entire life, the economy had boomed. She got every job she ever wanted, and brimming with confidence, set out on her own a year ago to start a video production company.
Just from this video, I think this might be older. When was this filmed? I like that video though. She seems pretty good.
West Side.
Her dream to make hip-hop videos was flourishing. Then the business lost its beat. As the global financial crisis hit, profits plummeted.
Makes me think this was during the Great Recession. I know that was primarily US, but it did ripple throughout the global economy as well. So 2009, 2011, that's when I would guess this was filmed. And especially considering this music video.
It was on TV and we thought fantastic. We were getting inquiries left, right and centre. People wanted music videos. People were loving our work. Then it came crashing down.
How hard is it to see your dream just fade away?
I had no idea what a recession was, sort of what happened, how it can affect people. So sort of, I guess I was like a horse with blinkers a little bit.
During economic booms, during times of growth, during times where we're earning money and doing really well, that's when we want to be preparing for the downturns. And you should believe in yourself to make money. I don't want people to rely on their income solely, because then a recession happens, you might lose your job, your business might slow down. And if you're only relying on your income, then you might be screwed. So that's why I talk about investing. That's why I talk about building your net worth. I think that overall the economy is cyclical, especially here in the US. Yes, we go through recessions. They're not fun, but it's going to cycle. It's going to go back up. So a lot of what we talk about here is how to build yourself up in the economic booms to help you weather out those recessions. That way you can keep doing what you want to do even during a downturn, because you have a safety net built up, you have investments built up, and you can keep running your business even in a recession.
The wind knocked out of their sails. in the confidence department now. Big time.
For a 53-year-old businessman like Mark Boris, millionaire founder of Wizard Home Loans, recession is nothing new.
I mean, if this was the Great Recession and they're in the home loan business, then they're struggling. They're not issuing a lot of loans. So I could see how this sector would be hit pretty hard. Again, I'm assuming the time period here.
Well, about there is about 100k, but he gets up to 220 at the end there.
26-year-old Jason Cray looks set for a life in the fast lane, driven by a first-class honours degree in engineering and an impressive CV. In America, his Australian-built race car won an international competition against more than 100 university engineering schools.
Now we're going to check all the stuff again, pull the wheels off and the brake.
Okay, here's what I like about this guy. His job and income seem very passion-driven. I'm sure he wanted to build race cars. I'm sure that was his dream. And I am all for following your dream. I think everyone should find their passion and they should pursue it as hard as they can. But what is his college degree in? It's in engineering. I think a lot of people, when they go to school, they think about, what do I want to do for the rest of my life? What am I passionate about? I think you should pick a degree that's going to make you money that you can fall back on. You can always pursue passions on the side. If you're really passionate about history or some other topic that you just love, you can learn about that in places other than college. Instead, use your college degree, which you're paying a lot of money for, to get you something that's going to give you a return, and then pursue your passion on the side, and hopefully your dreams will come true. Your passion will work out. I believe that that can happen for anybody if they work hard enough, but you always have that degree to fall back on in case you need to go back to the job market.
Right. Jason was destined for big things, and then globally the motor industry collapsed, and with it, those high expectations. Today, this highly qualified young man works in an assembly line, into the night, sorting pills.
Okay, I'm eating my words a little bit. That's rough. He graduated in engineering, now he's on an assembly line. This must have been a really bad recession again. I'm thinking back to 2008 through 2011, and this is just rough, and I get it. Sometimes there's gonna be periods where you just have to take whatever job you can get. You're gonna have to work retail, you're gonna have to work on an assembly line. So this is rough for him. I feel really bad that he has all of that expertise and experience and knowledge, but he's not putting all of that knowledge to use at the moment. But he'll get there. Again, the theme of this video is that everything happens in cycles, so hopefully he just sticks with it.
That first-class honours degree is gathering dust, but with nearly 200,000 Gen
He just needs to stick with it. He'll use it.
At least Jason has a job.
Yeah, but it's probably at the end of the day a good experience for him too. And, you know, it'll make him tougher.
You can't help worrying about kids like this. I mean, after all, that's a generation who have to pay our pensions. We should all be concerned, shouldn't we?
Yeah, I actually agree. I do think it's going to be a good lesson for him. Again, it's unfortunate, right? I don't think it's good that he's in this situation and having to work a job that's not in what he wants to work in. But I do think it's a learning opportunity. He's learning great work ethic. He's learning how to provide, and he's learning how to get it done in unideal situations. So again, it's not good. I don't want to glamorize it, but he is learning from this. The thing I worry about is him getting demoralized and then him not chasing his dreams in the future. Because again, opportunities will come up for him to work in engineering and do what he wants to do. So I hope he just stays motivated and keeps with it. I think the biggest worry is that, you know, he'll fall off the track and then he won't want to pursue it anymore. So that's my biggest concern.
Justine walked out of a secure job in Melbourne's fashion design industry and came to the Gold Coast simply because she felt like a change.
I mean, could you go back to the fashion industry that you were in?
Yes.
Well, why don't you?
Because I'm happy up here. Like, if I went back to Melbourne, I would get my old job back. But I don't want to go backwards. I want to go forwards.
You guys, the purpose of life is being happy. I love that she did this. I love that she made this change. I'm sure her friends and family think she's crazy. She left what seems like a great job in a probably somewhat thriving industry to do something totally out of the ordinary. And if she's happy, then good for her. So we're not all about money on this channel. It's about using money to find your happiness, but don't let money control you.
These days, for any job, there's a long, long line of hopefuls. In the last few months, the number of applicants for every vacancy has doubled.
And if you were to pick an animal, what would it be?
Okay, that's how I know this video is old, because we have the opposite problem right now, especially in retail or like customer-facing jobs. There's huge demand for work. Work can be found. Now, is it going to be your dream job? Maybe not, right? But there's jobs out there. There's jobs that people can do. So that's how I know this video is old. At least that's how it is here in the States. So,
And like this group interview,
group interviews should just be illegal. That sounds absolutely horrible. You're just putting people in a toxic situation and making them compete face to face with all of their peers. I mean, I get it. Interviews are competition. The economy and the marketplace in general, it's all about competition, but don't make people do this. It's just stupid. It's lame. Don't do it. If you're hiring and you're thinking about doing group interviews, don't do it.
The animal that I would be to best describe myself would be a dog.
I'd probably have to say I'd be a monkey. Yeah, I would say a gorilla.
And don't ask stupid questions like what animal they could be if they could be any animal. That's just dumb. It has nothing to do with the job. It's stupid. Don't ask that question.
even unemployment doesn't look like it once did. There are no job queues, no shuffling rows of prospective interviewees. These are the invisible job lines of the IT age.
I'd be applying for 10 jobs a day and you'd be lucky to hear back from 3.
I mean, you can't rely on online applications when you're finding a job. Those things go straight to a bot that's going to just review your resume. And unless you put very specific keywords in there, you're not going to get a call. You could be extremely qualified for the position. And just applying online is probably not going to result in anything. Again, LinkedIn is great. Go to the company that you want to work for. Pull up a bunch of people that work in similar jobs, message them, ask to chat, ask if there's any opportunity, find other ways to network. It's going to be from someone that you've actually talked to that's going to lead to job interviews and new job opportunities. Don't just be cold applying online. It's not going to work.
You've certainly got to give Julie points for persistence.
Turn to the side, lift your arm up.
When her video
She doing spray tans?
She decided to bring a little sunshine into these gloomy economic times with her own
That's great. She's being entrepreneurial.
spray tanning business.
How much money did we just make?
$30.
$30. Is it 30
That's
bucks
all.
well spent?
Okay, I don't know anything about spray tans. I don't get them. That seems really cheap. Maybe this is just back then, but at least here in the States, I feel like you could charge more than that. I don't know. Let me know down in the comments. Is 30 bucks cheap for a spray tan? I feel like you could charge a lot more and make a lot more money. But again, I have no idea. I feel like you could charge like $100 for a spray tan. I don't know. Let me know.
I just saw an opportunity and I just grabbed it. I moved here from Queensland to South Australia and looking for a spray tanner myself, couldn't find one. I thought, what? I'll just create my own.
I love it. She's an entrepreneur. That's how you get resourceful during times where you're struggling. While she's finding a job, she started a little side hustle. That might even turn into a full-on business. Who knows? And charge more than 30 bucks an hour, especially if you're the only person. I feel like that has to charge more.
Justine's business dream is to one day run her own fashion emporium.
What can you do for me?
Well, we might spruce you up a bit.
So we gave her the chance to prove her
Yeah, sneakers.
ambition matches her self-belief.
Older people all do look the same, don't they?
do, yeah. No, let's... Okay.
Okay.
Do something
He's
with
kinda
that.
doing it wrong on his outfit.
What do you
I
think
couldn't wear that.
Why not? It's
I think it looked good. Try it out.
Well, it is, yeah.
He's not going to try it. There we go. I like it.
Gen
It's
Y,
interesting.
Love them or hate them, probably the latter.
But he looks good in it.
They're our fact is, we encourage them to believe in their own invincibility. And don't they know it?
It's your fault.
And yours was my fault.
Yeah.
You've spent your whole life hearing people of my generation say to you, yes. How do you feel now that they're saying no?
It's frustrating because they look at you as being, you know, because your age, you're naive. You don't know what's out in the big world, but, you know.
Yeah, it's definitely a balance. You don't want to make people feel invincible, right? We do have downturns. People are going to go through hard times. So it's not that everything's always going to be happy-go-lucky. But if you work really hard, you can accomplish what you want to, and you can build something sustainable in different economic cycles. So you can thrive when the economy is booming. You can also survive when the economy is in a downturn. Maybe you'll even find an industry that's recession-proof. I don't know. Again, it's not all rainbows and sunshine. It's going to be really hard to find and accomplish, but anyone can do it if they really set their mind to it. So it's just a balance of making people believe, but also letting them know, hey, there's going to be hard times ahead.
Do you think it's possible for kids today to achieve what you've done? To stand on your own rooftop in the middle of the city? Is it possible still to do that, or have those days gone?
Oh, it's possible, but it doesn't happen for a kid. Like, it didn't happen to me till I was 50, so...
All right, I'll close on this part of the video. You might not be able to stand on his rooftop, right? It's very unique, it's very specific. So obviously everyone in the world can't stand on his rooftop, but everyone can identify their own version of their ideal life and their happiness and work really hard for it and achieve it. They can stand on their own rooftop, to get kind of cheesy on you. But no, not everyone can be this guy in the video, but everyone can be their own version of their best self and their happiest self. You just have to find out what you want and you can work to get it. And again, you're going to go through hard times. There's going to be recessions. There's going to be setbacks. There's going to be layoffs. There's going to be so many things that can happen that are going to be negative, but you can bounce back. You can do it. And that's what I'm going to end this video on, guys. Again, if you like this video, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you like the video, and we'll see you next time. Thanks, everyone.